excited, so pumped this morning. Yeah. So excited this morning, and y'all, I'm really excited because good morning, Brenda. Um, I was able to fix my chat, my comments on YouTube. So I'm real excited about that. Gonna get it all going and all of that. And I got a proposition for y'all today. I do. I have a proposition for everybody today. I'm gonna get it out in a second. I really, really do. I'm excited about today. This is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Quiet, what it do? Good morning to you. Great morning, Brandon. Let's see how this thing gonna go because let me tell y'all what's about to happen, okay? I'm gonna make a proposition to y'all in a minute, probably like half of the hour. So y'all go ahead and share, tell everybody to go ahead and get on. But I got this proposition I really, really want to make, and I believe that y'all will be a part of it. I believe that y'all would help me out with it, and I need your help. Okay, point blank, period. I need your help with it, and I believe that y'all gonna help me. I believe it's gonna be amazing. For those of you who are locked in on Rhema Sound Radio, amazing morning to you. Text me 843-580-6550 is the number to text me to. For those of you who are on YouTube, I'm so excited that y'all are locked in, and I'm really excited to be on YouTube. My proposition, I'm telling you, Divorce, good morning to you. Great morning to you. Y'all, please just bear with me on both platforms because y'all know how I go with like angles and stuff. And I am trying my best to, number one, get this chair to stop squeaking. Just get a new one. Number two, make sure my angles are good for everybody in a way that works. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? This right here just may be, girl, no, that's going to fall. Let's see if I sit up. I just don't like the way that's. All right. Good morning, Sandrika. We're going to get this together. We're going to get it together. And I got a proposition for all of y'all. I believe y'all going to be right in there with me. So half of the hour, I got a question for y'all because I need your help on something. I straight up need y'all help on something. And I know y'all going to be there for it. But hey, let's get into everything. I'm probably on like 8 trillion this morning. I woke up, y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all what I woke up with on my mind. First of all, y'all stand by a second because I just can't with this. I don't want that to be in the camera. And then that's going to be in the camera. Like, can I get a shot where it's not in the camera so I don't have to? Y'all stand by. Girl, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to work the thing. Maybe if you put it on this side since you are. Y'all stick with me on Instagram, okay? Maybe we're going to have to make it work today. I'm trying my best to make it look like I'm looking at the same camera, but I got something for y'all. A little later today, I'm going to give y'all a better view. Back to my regularly scheduled program, okay? I'm on like 8 trillion this morning. Woke up on 8 trillion, so I'm probably at about 10 trillion. I got my green juice this morning. Yes, you go live and it tells me I can't. Okay, so no, Divorce. Let me tell you about that on YouTube. So my channel is not set up for kids only. Try it again today. It was, which is why I couldn't do the comments in the chat yesterday. This morning, I fixed it so I could see the comments and everybody could do all of that. So just double check Divorce, see if it'll let you hit the notification bell. But I fixed that this morning, especially since I found out that's the reason why you couldn't do the notifications. And then if y'all are able to switch over to YouTube, I would love for y'all to switch over to YouTube just so I can work this thing out, get it all together and all that good stuff. I was telling y'all, I got my green juice this morning. Y'all, I'm on this. Anywho, we're going to skip that. We've had that conversation. The results are coming through strong. Good morning, Tiara. Amazing morning to you. But woke up on 8 trillion this morning. I'm probably on about a good strong 10 to 12. Yeah, I give it a good strong 10 to 12 trillion this morning. And let me tell y'all what I woke up with on my mind. Legit, like woke up this morning and just went into prayer, like for every person. And let me know, divorce, let me know how it works. For and y'all always help me here. Always put that stuff in the comments and help your girl out, because let me tell you something. Yes, I am the gatekeeper of your confidence. Yes, I am here to encourage, to motivate, inspire, infuse you with hope and empower. But yo, I gotta make, and through transparency and scriptural support, I gotta make that thing convenient and easy for you as possible, so you can kick off your morning like that, okay? But I woke up this morning with something on my mind and immediately went into prayer for every person who operates in this, every person who is on the receiving end of this, every person who just straight up in denial about this. Like, I went into prayer this morning for some people, because what I woke up with on my mind this morning is, yo, treat people right. Period. Just treat people right. Recently I've had an encounter with someone, and I was trying to explain to them how they come off to other people, and they weren't really receptive to it. They weren't really receptive to the feedback of me saying, yo, listen, your delivery is off. One thing that we have to keep in mind, a lot of people, this is scripture a lot of people use, love your neighbor, or treat people like how you want to be treated, and all this and that. But one part of the conversation that I had specifically with one of the people recently, when I was talking to them, was like, yo, listen, let me be clear with you. We have to stop for a second, pause for a second, and think about a couple things. One of those things being, how is the message or what I'm saying being received? Now, let me tell you something. Back in the day, back in the day when when you used to go in on people, or you used to feel a certain type of way, you used to get riled up about people, like about what was going on, or that feeling of like, yo, I'm about to go in, I'm about to tell this person, off. If you like me and you talk with your hands, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you got to tilt your head and turn it to the side and talk about what's been going on. Good morning, Monica. Then that's usually the feeling that bubbles up in you, and you have an instant gratification upon your delivery. I strongly challenge anybody that has that feeling, that instant gratification of like, boom, I told them, I did that, to stop for a second and consider your delivery. Good morning, Gail. Stop for a second and consider your delivery. One thing that people don't think about, I believe people don't think about, is what the receiving end looks like. A lot of times, y'all, we can have a conversation with someone, or we can be so passionate about something, or so passionate about getting our point across, so deliberate with how we deliver things, that the receiving end of how it's received, how it may make somebody feel, is oftentimes dismissed. We have to be very intentional with conversations that we have, and delivery mechanisms and delivery methods that we use and operate in, to ensure not only is our point delivered, but also it's delivered with care. It's delivered with compassion and with love. I sit back, I'm trying to like guess. Hey, Miss Ernestine, I'm trying to guess like roundabout. If I had to guess how many times a week I think about this, I'm just going to say roughly about 4 or 5 times a week. This comes to my mind, and something comes to my mind. And what I think about is, yo, how did Jesus talk to people? Like, how did he, like when he was in the street, how did he talk to people? And my imagination, y'all know it goes real far. My imagination, I can imagine Jesus being like so mellow, so like, and this is what we're going to do. And this is how God likes you to do it. Like, I can just imagine Jesus not ever having to raise his voice, because he knew his authority. I can imagine and what he operated in. I can imagine Jesus like standing boldly and just saying, this is how we're going to do this. And everybody just like, this is how we're going to do this. Good morning, Charles. I can imagine that. And let me just encourage you in this. I woke up with this on my mind this morning for a reason, because It's something that just needs to be talked about. I do believe that. I don't believe that for a second I woke up with it on my mind for just no reason. Y'all, let me challenge you in this as we close out our year intentionally. And that's something I'm going to be talking about every day to the year end. Good morning, Kalisha. I'm going to be talking about it to the year end. And let me tell everybody on Instagram, I got the comments all fixed on YouTube. So if you would like to go over to YouTube, I can see your comments today. I can see your comments. I can respond to your comments, all that good stuff. And let me just tell y'all this. Put this plug in because I know Facebook watching. I'm still getting notifications that people are liking the page, sending me messages and sharing my posts and all of that good stuff. I'm getting all them notifications, but I'm still locked out. I just want to say that I'm on YouTube, and I think that's going to be better. Let me just say that. Okay. But listen, and all that we do with everything that we do living intentionally, let's just have the mindset of like, yo, I'm going to deliver everything in love. And what I'm going to do, my responsibility that I'm going to take in my life and with everything that I do is I'm going to learn who I am and the authority that God has given me, so that when I do have to deliver something, when I do have to participate in something, when I do have to go about something a certain way, I can operate in my authority and not in domination. Let me just tell you something. I know that hit home for somebody. Let me be very clear with you. When you enter into an interaction with the mindset of dominating something, with the mindset of taking over something, with the mindset of not having any type of compromise, any type of medium point, any type of understanding, you have just entered into a mindset of domination. And that is a spirit that is not of God. That is a spirit that runs rampant in people. It actually attacks the path of least resistance, and it does not cause positive results. Well, people of God, let me encourage you in this today. I'm encouraging you in this because we've made up in our mind, when was it, last week that we had this conversation? We made up in our mind that we're going to close out this year intentionally. And anytime that you make up in your mind that you're going to do something so amazing, you're going to align yourself with God and your life with God, let me tell you something. Things will pop up. The enemy with his no good self will rear his head up in your situation and everything that you got going on and all of that. He will rear himself up. That's who he is. That's what he does. Don't be mad. You win. You are victorious. Period. But he'll poke his head up in situations and in environments that he has no invitation to. But it is our responsibility to remind him that his invitation was not sent to him intentionally. We made up in our minds to live a life that glorifies God. And through all of that, y'all, we just have to be responsible with everything that we have, everything that we operate in. With waking up with that on my mind this morning, my heart just got soft for people. It got soft on two sides, for the receiving end and for the delivery side. Because let me tell you something, when you get into a place of saying, God, I just want to live my life in a way that pleases you. I just really want to be amazing, like how you designed me to live. You got to learn how to do that. There's a grace to operating and functioning and elevation that God puts you in, and promotions that God puts you in. And let me be very clear with you. If you don't ask God how to function in that, if you don't ask God how to operate in that grace, you could just be out here misappropriating, stuff, like just doing stuff. And y'all, let me challenge you in this morning. As you go through your day, as you start thinking about, man, Mr. Page, good morning to you, sir. As you start thinking about how can I be more intentional with my life, think about the responsibility that you have of appropriating the authority that God has given you. God has given us great authority, and he's given it to us here in the earth. He didn't say, hey, when you get to heaven, I'm going to give you your authority and then you can operate in it. No, God said, I'm putting you here in the earth and I'm giving you authority, dominion. Okay, God has given all of us dominion and authority to operate in, but we have to know how to appropriately operate in that authority. And with that, y'all, comes us learning how to have conversations, communicate. I think that's like one of the biggest things that we drop the ball on, y'all, is point blank communication. And if you need me to go a little bit deeper on that, then go ahead and drop it in the comment section and we can talk about it. Y'all can start rolling your questions in. But let me tell you something. A lot of things, look at this. People texting me on Facebook telling me they can't get into my page. I can see the messages and things, but I'm locked out. Like right while I'm up here, I'm locked out. But let me just tell you something. A lot of misunderstandings, a lot of disagreements, a lot of judgments, a lot of decisions are made off of communication that has been dropped. Period. If we learn how to take our responsibility and effectively communicate, the difference that we could make would be so amazing. And then, okay, I'll go deeper on communication. Y'all tell me, like, what part of communication are you saying go deeper on? Do we need to talk about how to communicate? Y'all give me some examples. Ask me some questions because I'm ready to talk about it. Because one thing, and I never talk about this, I never address this, I never go there, but I'm going to make this statement and I'm going to leave it right there. Okay. I'm going to leave this right there for the back room, for the back row. Okay. Listen. One thing that has been like spread everywhere that is just so wrong, is so off, is so false, is that people of color or certain ethnicities lack communication. And y'all, that's not true. Let me be very clear with you. Communication don't come with color. Maybe I should put that on a shirt too. Let me be very clear with you. Communication don't come with color. I didn't read anywhere in the Bible where it said a Black person was born and they lack communication, so now you got to find it. I didn't read that anywhere. A lot of times, y'all, we exempt ourselves from things. We exempt ourselves from things that we can excel in, things that we can operate in authority in, things that we can have better understanding of, because we've allowed somebody to tell us that our skin just automatically just eliminates us from that. And that's not true. I'm not going to go into the whole, racism. It ain't racism, but the whole color thing. Let me just tell you, as a people, as a person, you are amazing. And God made all of us equally amazing. Let me tell you something. The drip that I have, you got too. The sauce that I have, you have too. The difference is I took time out to ask God how to do this and how to do that. The difference is you took time out. There are areas that you are much better in than I am. And I understand it could very well be that you took time out and you spent time with God to say, God, now how do I operate in this? And you gave me this sauce and what I'm supposed to do with it, how I'm supposed to work it. So let me be very clear with y'all in this. As we go, I'm gonna get into this effective communication. Define effective communication. What is it and how do you know you have it? Okay, great question. I got you. And then y'all keep rolling your questions and things in. Let's talk about it, because we need to talk about it. We need to talk about communication. One thing that this whole entire, I can't even say generation, because it goes much deeper than generations right now when it comes to communication, but it's something that has been dropped with technology. It's like technology advances, it's almost like human communication decreases. One way that you know, okay, you're not an effective communicator. Tips for effective communication 101, okay? I'm about to tell y'all this for real, okay? Straight up and down, one way that you know you may not be the most effective communicator, or maybe you need to brush up on your communication, is if some type of electronic communication is your main source of communication. If you say texting, emailing, DM, I am video sent through a text, if those are your main sources, like that's my method of communication, we got to do better. Let me be very clear with you. Anything that's electronic, I had this conversation with somebody We had this conversation, I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Anything that's electronic, when it comes through communication, gives the person that receives that communication the right to put the tone on that communication. So it doesn't matter if you say, so what are you doing? Let's just say, for example, you type out, so what are you doing? If I'm feeling real saucy and real different with my attitude, I could read, and you could be just happy. So what you doing? That's how it could have come across when you were typing it. But I perceived it as, so what are you doing? It's so many different ways. Y'all, we got to get back to effectively providing information that helps people make a clear, conscious decision, that helps people make clear choices, that provides the information that's needed for that. That's effective. When you can have, let me define effective communication as this. You providing all the details that you have in a way that someone can understand, someone can ask more questions about, someone can decipher without having to do it on their own. That's effective communication. I couldn't repeat that if I wanted to, but you're communicating effectively when somebody has clear understanding of something. Let me tell you something. Effective communication never causes somebody to be confused. And that's what we miss it at. We drop the ball with. Common sense tells you, no. We're not going with that. We ain't falling for that in these streets. Everybody has some type of area that they need to work on. Everybody has an area that they need to focus on. And let me be very clear with you when I say this. If you recognize in an area that, hey, listen, you know what? Electronic communication is like the best for me. I love it. I meet people, or I communicate with people every day who are like, yo, let me tell you something. If I could just send a quick text, I can mark that thing off my to-do list. Or did you really? Imagine. Y'all ready for this illustration? Imagine now 2 things. One, imagine God just leaving his word and never speaking. Like, just here, you read it, you figure it out. Imagine it. Imagine him not ever speaking. Imagine God creating you and not putting his heart in you. Imagine it. Imagine how you would be out in these streets. God, the ultimate communicator. Let me tell you something. You know you are effective in your communication when the what, when, why, how, and who is another one. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. When those 6 are answered, you have effectively communicated. And if, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, if confrontation is not something that you just want to deal with. I mean, don't nobody want to get no argument. Let me help you out right there, because I know that's how it comes across. Confrontation is often perceived as argument, and it's not. There's a such thing as healthy communication and effective communication. Everybody can have their opinion. Everybody can have an opinion. Everybody operates, differently, and how they think, how they process stuff, all of that good stuff. All of that is processed differently. And confrontation says, hey, listen, think about it this way, look at it this way, or policy says this, because I'm a cater to the workplace too. I know I need to answer it for the workplace, because I'm sure I got a lot of professionals up here that like, listen, because these people on my job, they can get it. I'm so sick of them leaving me out of information. I'm so sick of this. Let me tell you something too. You have it in you to help people be a better communicator. I do it all the time. Let me tell you, if you're in a conversation with me, you're going to experience a couple of things. Number 1, I'm going to say, okay, hold on. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Number 2, I'm going to say, okay, let me address this. And number 3, I'm going to say, let me help you understand this. See, I'm going to effectively make sure that I understand and you understand before we leave. And let me tell you, doing that electronically, I'm not saying electronic communication is not communication. I'm saying it's not the main source of communication. That's a support. See, we got to go back to some old school things. There are some things that we learned way back in the day. There are some things that we've learned in time past, and we've just tried to eliminate those things by saying technology advanced me in this. It's kind of like was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. No, today is Wednesday. So it was Monday. I was having a conversation, and I got to tell y'all this. I got to tell y'all this, okay? I do. I'll tell y'all this at half of the hour with all the other updates, some things that I need y'all help with. But I was talking to somebody about my planner. So I was talking to them. Oh, I did tell y'all about that, but I'll bring it back up for the people who don't know. But I was talking to somebody about my planner, and they're like, well, why do you even use a paper planner? Don't you know you just put this in your phone and then we can get rid of all of this and this and this? But I don't want that. I don't want that in my phone. And it's not just a personal preference, but let me be very clear. I know something about myself. I know that I am very well organized, and I can map things out better when I can look at them in a certain landscape. I know that, yeah, I can share my calendar with somebody digitally and it can go across and boom, we all together on the same calendar. But I also know that because of all the important stuff that I have in this planner, I won't just put it down and walk away. See, there are certain things, y'all, that we just put on the back burner and just say, oh, technology took care of that, and we accepted it. Y'all, communication can't be one of those things. So y'all, let's just be mindful. Be mindful of how your delivery is, and be mindful of the information that's in your delivery. Think about that thing for a second. Like, am I just doing what I need to do? Like, there were times years ago, y'all. Years ago, I wasn't the best communicator. Y'all know, I used to be a mean girl. I was not the best communicator. I wasn't the best person to get information across. I knew I can retain information very well. I can. I have, thank God for that gift of I can tell you where we were, who was there, who had what on. Like, I am visually, I captivate, and I'm captivated, and I just retain information very well. But how I would deliver that information, you're gonna take it like how I give it. That's the mindset I used to have. Well, that wasn't effective communication. That was like domination and bullying. Take this, boom. So y'all, I woke up with that on my mind this morning. Just wanted to drop that little nugget for y'all. But y'all ask me some questions. Y'all chime in on it. Let's talk about it, because y'all, it's something that's so important. As we make up in our minds to be intentional with what we do and how we do it, y'all, it's going to be very vital for us to make sure that we take personal responsibility in every area that we can, in areas that we have control of. I was just reading one of my leadership books. Yesterday I was reading my book. Monday, I'm on Monday. Monday, I was reading my book. Tuesdays, I listened to it. Monday, I was reading a chapter in my book, my leadership book, and it talks about personal accountability and personal responsibility. And I got so excited because I said, this is a conversation that I've been having for so long that, listen, just look at what's going on and take your personal responsibility, because if you take responsibility personally, you can shape any situation and the outcome of any situation that you're in. You don't believe me? Check this. If you had a situation, let's say you had a situation with somebody at work, and you realize that you dropped the ball in a certain area, you're going to take responsibility for dropping the ball in that area. And you're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. You don't do that again. Well, that lets you not only know how far to go with the person, but it also lets you know that now that I didn't drop this again, if the same exact situation presents itself and I've done my part, now I know how to address the other party to say, okay, listen, now let's address this. Because see, if we don't do our part completely, how can we point fingers? And we ain't in it to point no fingers. Let me be clear. Let me say that. I'm saying, how can you place blame and not take responsibility? I'm not saying get yourself in a situation, do your whole part so you can be like, you did this and you did. I'm not saying that. I am saying, let's take responsibility. There's a part that we have to play, and there's authority that God has given us. And we just got to do right by that authority. We got to not only know that we have it, but we just got to operate in it the right way. So y'all go ahead, put it in the comment section, drop your comments below, ask your questions and things like that. Let's go in on it. What else we need to talk about? Let's talk about this thing. And for those of you who are on Rhema Sound Radio, go ahead and text me. 843-580-6550 is the number to text. I'm ready to talk back to y'all because listen, yesterday we didn't talk too much. I think I was trying to figure out the whole chat thing on YouTube. My bad. I was reading that comment. See, girl, do not read and talk at the same time, okay? When a response is in digital form, the meaning can be misinterpreted. Yes, I don't know if that was a question or if that was just a recap comment. But yes, comments can be responses or texts and things like that. I'm good for saying, what do you mean by that? Or let me be clear. I will follow up an email and a text message. I use that for follow-up and support instead of my main source of communication. I'll pick up a phone and then I'll use the other part as, okay, now let me follow up. Let me follow up the conversation with this as we discussed. See, it's so easy. It's so easy. And let me tell you something. I'm so grateful. I made a point earlier. What if God created you and didn't put his heart in you? Or what if God just left us with his scripture and not his word? Y'all, I'm so grateful that God takes out time to speak to me, whether it be through my prophet, whether it be through, people, whether it be something that he's impressed upon me by his spirit, whether he speaks to me directly, however he speaks to me, I'm grateful that he does, because I better understand him and I better understand his character and I better understand how to operate in our relationship. I better understand how to function within our relationship, and I know how to take him. That's why my imagination, it go real far, like how he eat potato chips and work miracles and things like that. I believe that. I believe that because of the conversation that we had and how we do it. Good morning, Miss Annette. I believe that. I see you on YouTube. I can't, good morning. I can't really type and talk at the same time, so I'm going to just say good morning. But yo, listen. I believe that. And I believe that because I know, not just from hearing his word, but I also know his temperament of how he delivers and speaks to me. I know how to receive his instruction and his word because he took time out to consider me. Y'all, all it takes is consideration. Let me tell you something that I read. Let me tell you something that I read in one of my leadership books is it doesn't take anything to take the extra mile, and there's no traffic on the extra mile. It doesn't cost you anything to take the extra mile, and there's no traffic on the extra mile. And let me be very clear with you on something. When I make up in my mind that I'm going to go that extra mile, I'm going to take the extra step that maybe others wouldn't take. I'm going to think a different way than maybe others wouldn't think. I'm going to take action differently than others wouldn't expect. Because guess what? In the end, not only will I benefit, but God will get the glory from it. And I'm going to be better. And that's my overall goal, not only to close out the year strong and intentionally, but I need to be better. I need to be better than I was yesterday. I need to be better than I was 10 minutes ago. I need to be way better than I was 10 years ago. I need my thinking to be so sharp so I can think better. I need my actions to be better. I need my heart to be filled with more of God's love so I can love better. I just need to overall be better. And in order for me to do that, I got to take responsibility of who I am, what I do, and my actions. And part of that is analyzing every single part of who I am, how God made me, and maturing in my relationship with God so that I can recognize his character and I can act in it. That's what it is this morning, okay? I almost went in a little bit. A TT, but that's what it is. So listen, let me just tell y'all something. Be better. Just make up in your mind to be better, and then just be like, yo, listen, I'm going to communicate better. I'm not going to go out with the intention of saying, I said what I said. That's the thing on social media right now. I said what I said. It's always, everything's a tilt with the head, everything's with a hand, and everything's period. Okay. That's how it is right now. But y'all, let me tell you something. Don't give into that so much that you lose your communication in the process. Okay. I'm just putting that out there, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, so let me give y'all some updates while y'all drop me some comments. Y'all asked me some questions today because I'm ready for some questions. That was my encouragement this morning. That's what I woke up with on my heart this morning and on my mind is y'all, as overall, just an overall person, we just got to be better with how we communicate things. We just have to be better in what we communicate. We have to be better in the intention of our communication and the delivery. We just got to we got to do better. Period. Hey, Inez, how are you? We just got to be better in it, okay? So that's my encouragement and my motivation this morning. I need y'all's help. I told y'all at the half of the hour, I was going to tell y'all what I need y'all help with. And let me tell you something. I didn't want to ask y'all for this, okay? You know how, let me just tell y'all. This morning, I was in my car and I was having well, actually, it started yesterday. But this morning was actually in my car and I started having a conversation with God. And I'm like, God, listen, this whole YouTube thing, this whole streaming, like, y'all ever had something so like deep and embedded in you, you just like, it's burning to get out? Well, that's what's going on right now with me. I knew this was going to happen. Y'all stand by a second, okay? I knew this was going to happen. That's why I was like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to go there. And no, I'm not hot, y'all. I'm trying to stop these tears from flowing, okay? I don't need any tears to flow. So I have this burning, like, it's so difficult for me to describe right now, but there is such a burning in me to be better, to deliver better, to like for winning to just be so much better for people, not just a better person, but also a better experience, to connect with you easier, to make it more convenient, to just like whatever I can do to make your morning like the best morning, to make your day like the best day, I want to do it. And let me be very clear. I'm not saying I'm God, and I'm definitely not trying to do his job. Who's doing that? Winnie is not doing that. Ain't nobody cut out for the job of God but him, okay? Nobody was groomed for that but him. And Winnie definitely was not given an ounce. Well, I can't say an ounce of that grooming. I was given his mercy and his grace, okay? I definitely was not groomed to do his job, and I'm definitely not trying to do it. But my conversation with him is, with everything that you've put in me, I just want it to be better. I want it to be the best. And God, I already know, because you've given me a glimpse of where I'm going and where Winnie will be and what it needs to look like and all of that. Like, I mean, I just have conversations with him, and then I stay up late and I burn the midnight oil and I research and all of that. Well, this morning I'm having a conversation with God, and I'm like, it's just got to be better. Okay, because I just don't like it. I don't like that I'm locked out of Facebook. I don't like that I have to look at 2 devices. I don't like that the backdrop on YouTube just isn't the best. I don't like that the quality isn't the best. I just don't like it. Okay, God said just do something about it. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, God, yeah, I'll order equipment. I'll do this. I'll do that. But y'all, let me tell you something. This is where I need y'all help at. I should just tell y'all where I need y'all help at and just be done with it. I want to provide a better viewing experience for all of my allies, my amazing like you, everybody that watches, everybody that connects, everybody that's a part of. That's what's burning in me. It's like, just make everything better. Make like all around, just make it better. I want to provide a better viewing experience. So I need your help with 2 things, okay? Number one thing I need your help with to make it a better viewing experience, and y'all share this with everybody, is I'm gonna have a private invitation only feedback focus group. And I just need some feedback from y'all. Y'all are the ones that kick it with me every morning. Y'all are the ones that's like, yo, where you at this morning? Let's do this. Let's have this conversation. Y'all are the ones that are right there with me every single morning. And I need to hear from y'all because y'all are right here at ground level saying, okay, this is where we at. This is what's going on. This is what we need to do. And I need to hear from y'all. So if you are one of those people that's like, yo, I need to be a part of your feedback group, I'm going to have it within the next week or two. And we're going to talk about some things. We're going to strategize about some things. We're going to do that. I need y'all to text me 843-580-6550, or you can send me a direct message on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can send me a direct message. But for those of you who are on YouTube, text me 843, good morning, Matisha, 580-6550. Say, yo, I need to be a part of your group. Because let me tell you something. You are all the way live, and we just got to get you out there. We got to get you syndicated. We got to get this reality show going. We got to get this excellence level up. It just got to be a better viewing experience because my morning is always lit. Let me just tell you something that I learned, something that I know. And if you ever do a consulting session with me, you will always know that you can have so much something in a package, like so much something in a package. But if that thing ain't packaged right, you really limit yourself on the response and the interaction and the engagement that you get. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? Nobody. People eat with their eyes, okay? And I understand that I am Gentile bait. After this, do the Gentile seek. I also understand that there's something so amazing that God has put in me. Well, I got to package it the right way so that I can make sure that the Gentiles get it, that the saved people get it, the blessed people get it, everybody gets it, okay? I got to make sure that it's packaged right, and it's going to take me hearing from you. So I need you to be a part of it. So text me. 843-580-6550. Those of you listening on Rhema Sound Radio, those of you watching me on Instagram and on YouTube, text me and just say, I'm going to be a part of your feedback group. We're going to talk about this thing. We're going to strategize about it. I just want to tell you about some things, how it's going, all of it. I want to hear from y'all. I really do. I believe that oftentimes people miss it because they don't take in consideration the voice of the people who are actually on the end of their product. Like a consumer, you know what I mean? Like, anywho, the second thing that I need, okay? The second thing I need, I'm going to hold off on until after we have the strategy meeting. I'm holding back on it. Look, guys, like, that's not what I told you. I ain't playing with God. I ain't doing it. This is the second thing I need, y'all. The second thing is I need some of y'all to partner with me to be a sponsor. I need y'all to sponsor me for my airtime and sponsor me for my overall aesthetic. The camera, we got to get a better camera, y'all. We got to work on this backdrop. I'm going to do a whole new backdrop. I'm going to do a whole new location. I'm going to do a whole new viewing experience, another it's just overall, it just has to be better. And I need y'all to come on board and say, I'm going to sponsor you. Now, how you going to sponsor me? Just cash out me $10. That's it. Cash out me $10 if you're going to be like, yo, I'll sponsor you to help make this viewing experience better. That's what I need from y'all. Point blank, I needed those two things, and I was going back and forth because I always said, like, yo, I don't want to ask people to do that. But let me tell you something. When God tells me to do something, I already know, first of all, I don't play with him like that. Secondly, on the other side of obedience is a supernatural move of God. I do believe that I'm going to experience his favor, his mercy, and his grace. I do believe somebody with their influence, their power, their ability to help me will step in, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be well. So I need those two things. If you're going to be a part of my focus feedback group, just text me 843-580-6550 and say, yo, listen, I'm going to be a part of this group. I'm going to talk back to you. I'm going to help you strategize on this thing because we just got to do it. And then the second thing, if you want to come on board and be like, yo, I'm going to sponsor you because you need stuff to make it better. I'm going to go ahead and send you $10 through Cash App, Winnie Teal. $ Winnie Teal, WINNIETEAL. Cash App $10. We're going to get this experience going. That's what it is. I've been holding back because I didn't want to ask y'all that. I really didn't. I didn't. Period. So that's where we at. That's what's going on. Y'all got kind of quiet in the comment section. So I'm waiting for y'all to ask me some questions. But that was my aunt. Thank you so much, Aunt Inez. Thank much. Text me. Let me know. I appreciate you, Miss Joy. Good morning to you. Thank y'all so very much. If y'all only knew what this meant, every morning, I get up and I get up with the heart of saying, thank you, Monica. I get up with the heart of saying, God, just put something in me to make your people like. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm like, thank you, Kwa. God, put something in me to like just be so amazing for your people. Like, thank you, Miss Annette. Like, I just so desire, like, I have this, I can't even describe the burning that's in me. Like, it's like in the pit of my stomach. Like, it just has to come out. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get this thing out of me. I just can't keep it in me. And every single day, thank you, Charles. Oh my God. Thank you, Charles. Good morning, Octavia. Every day I wake up and I study and I'm like, God, thank you, Miss Kopanda. I'm like, God, it's something in me for your people. I already know that and I acknowledge that. And God, I just need to study on what I need to do. Like, what connections do I need to make and what people need to step in to help and let me tell you something. Every day, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Y'all, excuse me. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I am so overwhelmed. Like, I know people love me and appreciate me, but I'm sitting here watching these notifications go off, y'all, and I'm just so overwhelmed. Thank y'all so much. If y'all only knew what this meant. Like, I appreciate every last one of y'all. And let me make a promise to y'all. With everything in me, I'm going to give every last one of y'all everything that I got. I am going to give the kingdom every ounce of everything in me to impact this world. Everything in me. I am going to, thank you, Miss Gail. I'm going to do it because I'm going to tell you something. As I was driving this morning and I was thinking about it and I'm going back and forth like, talk, like if you ever had, thank you, Miss Ernestine, if you ever had a moment where you going back and forth with God, like God told you to do something and you just going back and forth with him like, God, I don't really want to do that. Like, why I'm going back and forth with him like, dog, God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. But y'all, I understand that in order for me to do, after God and got all over me, you know what I mean? In order for me to do and broadcast what God has assigned me to do, I do know that there are things that I have to have. There's sources, resources, provisions. And I already know that God has already positioned people like you to be there for me. And if I didn't say something, let me tell you something that I've learned from my man of God, Pastor Briggs, is a closed mouth is a closed destiny. And I do believe that had I not opened my mouth and said something, I could have put my destiny at stake. And I do believe that, let me just tell y'all something. We about to have an amazing, amazing experience. Like winning. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be lit. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I commit to always maturing and saturating myself in the Word of God. I commit myself to being a better person so I can be better for y'all. And I commit myself to never, ever give up on the assignment that God has given me to, thank you, Brandi. Thank you, Kalisha, to encourage you, to motivate you, to empower you, to infuse you with hope. I'm going to be here for that. And I appreciate every last one of you for your sponsorship, for your backing. I appreciate every last one of you for your outpouring of love. I appreciate every last one of y'all. I got to get out of here because these waterfalls, I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so very much. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get out of here because, woo, I got to get myself together. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so very much. For those of you who are listening on Rhema Sound Radio, I appreciate you. Listen, if you don't mind being a part of my sounding board to give me some feedback, help me strategize on. Thank you so much, Aunt Brenda. Thank you so much. If you don't mind being a part of that, just text me, somehow get in contact with me. Let me know that you'll be a part of it. I'm going to schedule it for one day next week. And it's just going to be real good. We're going to strategize. It's just going to be good. So y'all text me, contact me, get in touch with me and let me know so I can give you the details. I will tell you this right now. I am not going to make the details of how you can get into the meeting. Thank you, Sandrika. I'm not going to tell you how you can, not going to put it public on how anybody can access the meeting. I do believe that this set aside time that God is definitely going to move, and it's just going to be amazing. And I would like to keep it at an invitation or access only platform. So please make sure you contact me in some way, shape, or form. If you can contact me by tomorrow and let me know you want to be a part, I would definitely appreciate it. So we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I have definitely enjoyed being a part of your day. I can't say thank you enough. When I get off the air, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to have some time with God because I am just I'm grateful, and I am so overwhelmed with y'all's expressions of love, and I love every last one of y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Like I talk to God about you every single day. I ask him to be bold in you. And my special request and petition to God today is that he show you your authority, show you how to communicate and walk in your authority, and show you how to function in it. For every single sponsor, I declare God's blessings on your life. I declare that God will return to you 100-fold, and every project, every desire that you have in your heart, that God will bless it abundantly. I declare if you have a business and you sponsor me, that you will never experience lack in your business. I declare if you are a sponsor, you will never experience lack in your life. What you make happen for the kingdom, God will make happen for you. And God definitely will honor you for your sponsorship. God will honor you for your willingness to push the kingdom assignment. And God will definitely reward you for that. I declare that on this day in the name of Jesus. And I thank you so very much for obeying God, for every single person that obeyed God when I made that petition. Know for an assurance that on the other side of obedience is a supernatural move of God. So God will move in your life supernaturally. My request is that he does it immediately. He does it suddenly, and he does it in such a big way that it causes your head to swim, just as the word declared. God, your word declares that for every person that advances the kingdom, God, that you will advance them personally. So right now, God, because they're advancing your kingdom work, I am petitioning you. I am calling on you as your woman servant to advance every single personal project that they have, every personal business that they have, and anything that's tied up, God. I declare that you right now, because the heart of man is in your hand, God, that you turn it and work it in their behalf and in their favor. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, listen, y'all have an amazing day. I got to get out of here. I definitely appreciate y'all. As always, have an amazing, amazing day and much love.